Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about the French Revolution. The French Revolution was an important event in the French and world history. Here are some of the reasons of its start. The growing popularity of the works of numbers of intellectuals who argued for social reform. Crop failure in 1788 compounded existing economical restlessness. French participation in the American Revolution that drove the government to the brink of bankruptcy. Resentment among the bourgeoisie about being excluded from political power. French monarchy, no longer seen as divine, was unable to adapt to the political and societal pressure being exerted on it. Widespread inequality between the rich and poor classes, alongside growing dissatisfaction with antiquated feudal system among the poor. Now let's discuss a timeline of the French Revolution. 1774. At the time, France had monarchy system. It was the beginning of the rule of King Louis XVI. A financial crisis arose at the time due to France helping America in the American Revolution because of its rivalry with Britain. To recover from the crisis, King Louis decided to tax the third estate. At the time, the people were divided into three estates. The first estate was clergy, the second was nobility, and the third and last estate was everybody else. The king was above all. It made the lives of common people very difficult. Buying bread was almost impossible due to its high prices. 1789. An Estate General Assembly was held about the decision of taxing the third estate. On 5th May, the commoners asked for one person, one vote, but they were denied. Each estate was given one vote, even though the third estate comprised of more than 90% of the population. The first and the second estate was in favor of the taxing commoners, and the third estate was against it. 2 votes in favor and 1 in oppose continued the taxing of the third estate. Due to not getting the one person, one vote right, the commoners held a meeting in a tennis court on 20 June and declared themselves the National Assembly. Food prices kept rising. The angry people attacked on Bastille prison on 14 July. The day is still celebrated as a national holiday in France. King Louis realized that now he couldn't stop the people from raising their voice. Even the women, who didn't have many rights back then, started revolting. King Louis was forced to leave his palace and go to Paris. The rise of food prices was stopped. Feudal system and tax system were stopped, and all the privileges of first and second estates were removed. 1791. The National Assembly removed almost all the powers of King Louis and divided them among different institutions, that is, legislature, executive, and judiciary. France became a constitutional monarchy. In France society, the people started getting basic human rights. 1792. French people started making and taking help of political clubs. The most famous club was the Jacobin Club. This club was headed by Maximilien Robespierre. On 10th August, the people of Jacobin Club attacked on the palace of King Louis and made the king hostage. On 21st September, monarchy was completely removed from France and the Republic of France was established. 1793. King Louis XVI was publicly killed. Maximilien Robespierre started ruling France. He was a very strict dictator. Anybody opposing him was given capital punishment. Some changes, which weren't good for the people, also came. People decided to revolt against Maximilien Robespierre. In 1794, Maximilien Robespierre was killed and Jacobin government ended. The rich middle class started gaining power. A new constitution was made. With the help of the constitution, two legislative assemblies, and a directory was made. After some time, there was a fight between the legislative assemblies and the directory. A military general took advantage of this fight. He was Napoleon Bonaparte. In 1804, Napoleon started ruling over France. Outcome: though the French Revolution started and ended with monarchy, and many countries became its enemies, it had many good effects as well. Some of the outcomes are establishment of Republic of France, establishment of civil equality in country, but not in the French colonies, and establishment of radical social changes. The Reign of Terror, during which revolutionary government arrested 3 lakh suspects, resulting in at least 25,000 deaths. The abolition of feudalism in France. The abolition of monarchy and the death of King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. The rise to power of Napoleon Bonaparte. Wars with a number of other countries, including Austria, Prussia, and Great Britain. The French tricolor was designed to depict their slogan Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, meaning liberty, equality, and fraternity. Thank you for watching.